Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ricky with Learn Plan Profit. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day. Did a little bit of trading in the morning. So again, today's Wednesday. For those that are kind of new, maybe to Learn Plan Profit, we go live usually 1 hour after the market opens. We're gonna have all right. So JNUG just broke above. So I've been scalping. I've been trying to scalp certain things all morning and stuff like that. So I'm actually gonna sell this position. It hasn't been the best morning. I'm up now a little bit over $500. But I was up over $600 on DGAS. Didn't properly lock in my profits on that one. I 100% saw that thing coming. And so 100% positions sell. I'm looking at forward slash, yeah. So as you guys can see, forward slash GC has been getting rejected by that 180 or that EMA line all morning. So I'm just not going to risk it. I'm up what I'm up, and the MACD indicator, all that looks good. I just, really don't want to force it. So I'm looking at the 828 average there. Yeah, it's pulling back already. So I'm going to try to be a little bit more patient. Let's see if we can get in maybe for another push up, possibly for it to push above 830. If not, then we'll just send it and move on from there. So there we go. So 28, 29. Just make sure everything's all set. What's going on, guys? So I'm going to move this on over real quick from here just so you guys can see your messages. I really do appreciate you guys tuning in live and joining us for the morning live stream. So let's see if we can get a nice little push up. We just got the buy signal on the MACD. Do you guys see this? So it's been pretty fun. I've been having fun. I like the new colors that I have on TOS. I know it's not really anything that has to do with my trading it at all, but it's just fun being able to enjoy looking at these charts from time to time and stuff like that. So the MACD still looks pretty decent on this. Some people are saying that it's lagging. Let me just make sure. I'm going to close out a couple of these windows that are not needed. I'm going to close out Discord just because I'm not going to be on it and stuff like that. So just so it doesn't lag. Yeah, so it looks like we're reaching a resistance again right around that EMA line. So I'm just not going to overcomplicate it. Obviously, we're reaching some sign of a resistance. Knowing my luck, it could 100% push up above 830, and there it goes. So it just pushed up, and let's get, what the heck, it did not. Okay, well, that was weird. Forward slash GC. Let's see if we're going to start seeing higher highs. Natural gas, again, was showing signs of a descending pattern, trading in between the middle and top view up. It's still showing signs of potential downward pattern, so that's in favor of gas. I sold when natural gas was right around this area. I thought it was going to start to reverse up, kind of like I did here. I just didn't want to ride it or give back more profits than I had to. So, yeah, as of right now, it looks like we might be getting pulled back. Still waiting to see. So we have that report that's going to be coming out in 3 minutes. So all right. It looks like it's trying to catch a support. Can we break above 1203? It looks like it is trying to reverse. It's starting to consolidate a little bit more. Even if we get a nice, there we go. So that should be a nice push enough, or big enough push to put us to 830. At least I thought. The MACD isn't peaking out just yet, so that's something that I'm keeping a very close eye on. Here we go. So we got 2 minutes. So again, if I'm not mistaken, the crude oil report comes out in 2 minutes. So be sure to check out forward slash CL. Forward slash CL in my eyes is a little bit more on the bearish side. So I think it's going to start trending down. And this is where I'm going to lock it in. I'm just not going to force it. And right as I sell, it pushes up to 830. That is freaking ridiculous. $95.56 on that trade. That was in about 5-10 minutes. I'm not too sure. DGAS showing signs of an uptrend. I'll show you guys how much I'm up here, $403.95, or what the heck, $403.13. DGAS is definitely pushing up. Look at /NG. /NG is showing signs of a downtrend pattern. So again, if this is in between the middle and bottom VWAP showing signs of a bearish pattern, then that means that DGAS should start moving up. So again, I'm going to move my attention on over to /CL. This report should be coming out in about 40 seconds as of now. It's been showing signs of an uptrend, so let's make sure we give it that. So congrats to all those that are trading Gush, right? So Gush might pop up, DWT if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, not DWT, UWT should be the one that's trending up, and then WTI, right? Those are all up on the day. Congrats on those. So again, /CL if I'm not mistaken. This is what's gonna either go up or down. As of right now, it's showing signs of an uptrend pattern on the 180-day chart. I see this. We talked about this, that it's showing signs of a potential recovery. If I'm not mistaken, let's look. We have about 6 seconds left, so let's actually just check this out. There we go. Rejected. And it's, oh, no, wait, where's it at? Okay, it's catching. Watch out for the break. Oh, there it goes. Rejected, broke below SMA. That's something that it has not broken all morning. Okay, so again, this is /CL, crude oil reports, and this comes out every Wednesday. Tomorrow is the natural gas report. Those are the ones that I like to trade personally a little bit more. Crude oil is not something that I'm very familiar with, nor with the patterns. I feel like they're a little bit more inconsistent. I think that we do much better with DGAS and UGAS. There it goes. So huge sell-off, which means that now DWT should have had a nice little push up for recovery. So for all those that were down on that, maybe you can lock in some profits. But yep, that's really just it. So there we go. Later, brother. Have a good day. Drive safe. Here we go with a potential sell-off. So I'm going to set my alert for this. Maybe I could scalp it and close $500 here. My goal is to be at least at over $500. I'm pretty much there. I'm about like $3 away. If I could get closer to 750, that would be great. But I definitely don't want to force it. So right now, it's showing signs of a potential uptrend. I really do like the pattern that natural gas is showing, as in like it's really showing signs of a descending pattern, which I think is in huge favor of DGAS, but I still don't feel comfortable swing trading it. So if you guys have any questions about that, I think I did a great job in yesterday's video. For those that were able to tune in to yesterday's video, I talked about the what's it called? My top stocks that I saw value in. The video is a little bit longer, but trust me, like the breakdown and the details that we went in on this one was pretty solid. We did cover the overall pattern for /NG, how it's showing signs of a peak formation, how it offers more potential for loss than it does for profit. So just kept it very simple on that. So are we all like tuned in and we're all live? I don't see a lot of people commenting. I just want to make sure that you guys are all able to see everything that is that I'm doing and that you guys understand. Perfect. We did an amazing job with JNUG. Again, it's been making lower lows, so I'm going to give it a little bit more to sell off. And how do I know that? /GC. Again, showing signs of a descending pattern, being rejected at around this general area. So we did an amazing job locking in profits. My profits weren't huge, but I honestly should have locked them in a little bit sooner, to be completely honest, but definitely not going to complain. I'm going to set an alert for this thing to make lower lows. And just know if you're trying to scalp something kind of like I did with JNUG that's showing signs of a descending pattern, there's a huge form of risk in doing that. So just want to make sure that you guys all understand that trying to scalp something with a descending pattern is obviously going to be a little bit riskier. I felt much more comfortable scalping, and I probably will continue to scalp DGAS, which was showing more signs of an uptrend pattern even intraday. It just makes more sense, right? So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Anytime. Okay, so it looks like you guys are all just focusing. Do you guys all agree on that? Did you guys all know that? So what do I mean by scalping? I mean, for those that can day trade, like being able to buy and sell the highs of like the middle VWAPs. That's pretty much what I've been doing all morning. And that got me a little bit over $400. I was closer to $600. That's the upsetting part. I was like 595, and I didn't lock in profits when it had this push up. Where was it? It was more around this area, and then it sold off, and I ended up having to cut losses on that last position. So a little bit of upsetting that I didn't lock in profits quick enough. I saw that it was peaking out at 28.8, but I just want to make sure that you guys understand the difference between scalping something that's showing signs of an uptrend intraday, so on the 1-day, 1-minute chart, rather than showing signs of a downtrend. Even DGAS isn't the most the most perfect uptrend as of right now. I want to make sure that we cover that. But do you guys understand why they're like? I need you guys to like communicate with me. Do you guys all understand why there's a higher form of risk in investing in something, trying to scalp something with a descending pattern, either as a swing trade or as a day trade? Do you guys get that? Like, do you guys get a descending pattern trying to scalp it? Does that all make sense? I need it. I want to make sure everyone knows that, so we never make that mistake, because I've made that multiple times. It doesn't mean that you can't trade descending patterns. I just did it and I made money off of it. You guys all saw that. That's not the point. The point is there's a greater form of risk. And if you understand that, I understood that risk by taking my position. So as long as you understand that, then you're at least a knowledgeable enough investor to know that the risk that you're taking on. And I need to make sure all of you guys know that. So looks like you guys are all set to go. If any of you guys, and I want to encourage you, if any of you guys for whatever reason maybe do not understand necessarily what it is that that's going on with why I can't scalp descending patterns, please let me know. So there we go, huge sell-off on /GC, exactly what we wanted to see. I wanted to see it make it lower lows. It doesn't mean that I have to scalp it. I just, it's been a pretty consistent pattern. And there goes DGAS. It's been kind of making lower highs or higher lows, or lower highs intraday. So looking at /NG, it looks like it's still descending. The reason that I have not taken the position right now on DGAS, and again, I 100% wanted to take the position here at around that middle VWAP. So NDLS. But very quickly, the reason why is because it wasn't a great deal. I should have been able to buy when it reversed quicker, and I gave up a little bit too much margin. And now the margin of profit, the overall opportunity cost, isn't the best, example. So why not scalp JDST? 100%. So JDST is the one that's showing signs of an uptrend. So that's the beautiful thing about, what it is that we're doing as right now. The only thing that I don't like about JDST is how overextended it is. So, but intraday on the 1-day, 1-minute chart, it makes sense on why to scalp something that's showing signs of an uptrend, right? So you said it, perfectly. So I don't know what's going on in. Yeah, we're just recapping a couple of the different trades that we've been taking and stuff like that. So yeah, I've learned a little okay, appreciate that. So super happy to hear that. All right, thank you. Hey Ricky, when entering a swing trade, example the 4-hour okay. So CY and BABA, for example. Yeah, so that's actually something that people were bringing up yesterday. So on the 180-day chart, it looked a little bit more on the overextended side, and I definitely do see that. And look, this is a perfect example. Look how it was overextended. Look how the RSI was overextended. And if you see the video that I made yesterday about people bringing this up about the RSI and the MACD, I'm not too sure if it was you in the live stream, but it made sense, right? There's a resistance at 180. 180 used to be an old support right here and right here, right? Broke below the support, it's going to act as a new resistance. So it could and looking at the overall pattern for BABA, it takes a while for it to reverse back up and for the SMA line to start pointing back up. It sometimes takes months, right? So it makes sense on why this thing is pushing up. It'll get rejected, fall back down to 170, 165, push right back up, and it'll slowly start to really make this reversal. So a great eye on that. Your IG with the cop was funny. Super happy you guys found that fun. They're super nice guys, and I think I thought I had a lot of fun with it. So let's see this. So right now we're getting a nice little push up, which means that JDST should be pulling back, something that I'll take into consideration as of right now. So JDST, okay, so JDST pulling back. The MACD, I've been watching the MACD. The MACD has been a really good indicator. Do you guys see this? The MACD has been a really good indicator on being able to identify, the highs, right, to the peak formation, the bottom, right, when it's about to reverse, the peak formation, and when it's about to reverse. So it still shows that it might still have a little bit more margin for a sell-off. I have my alerts set here. Again, the margin isn't huge or anything of that sort. So GDS just broke above, dang it. So it just broke above that middle VWAP, no, the top VWAP. And it's showing signs of an uptrend. So even scalping this, makes sense. It offers about a 2% margin. Let's do this breakdown. No, I was not speeding at all. I was getting food at Panda Express, and the guy recognized me from my YouTube channel. And he also, he pulled me over a couple months back. I don't know if you guys remember when I posted a picture on Instagram that I got pulled over. I got a ticket that time. I've only had one ticket in the past couple of years, and he gave me a ticket, and all the guys were like, all the other two cops were roasting him, like, oh my god, I can't believe you gave him a ticket, this kid's so cool. And I started dying laughing. So yeah, but super nice guys, and yeah, one of the guys watches my videos all the time, he said. So I think that's super cool, and there's no reason to be really super nice guys. I was super nervous. I don't know if you guys were able to notice in that live stream. I was like, oh, how nice. All right. Let's check this out. We might be seeing an early bounce. Sold too early on UWT. All these alerts of the amount of stocks that are going up this morning is ridiculous. So a lot of things are looking like they're pushing up. So congrats to all those on FNKO making almost new highs today. Pushed up over 4%. So super happy to see it. GDS, still showing signs of an uptrend, trading in between. There we go. So showing signs of a peak formation. Do you guys understand why I didn't buy here, right? So understanding the kind of like, let's just, instead of trying to, it's kind of difficult for, ascending uptrend patterns, but dang it. Dang it. It's kind of difficult for ascending uptrend patterns to sometimes identify like the low points and the high points, like the support and resistance. But I almost try to look at it as a horizontal pattern, but just slightly slanted, at an angle, right? So we could easily identify kind of the high points, the low points. I think this all makes sense for a lot of us and stuff like that. So, yeah. But as of right now, definitely more at that peak formation, overall support. So the better buy range is normally around this specific territory. And again, just being able to identify like, the low points and the high points and the current pattern that it's creating, just good to follow up with it. So congrats to all those that were able to scalp this. G Willikers, I was not. That would have been like $250. IPI, come on. Nice little push up. This one has low volume. I would have not traded this, and it's still showing signs of a reversal pattern. So yeah, you need to keep some Krispy Kreme donuts in your car and give them in case you get pulled over. I think that could be almost offensive for cops. I don't think they would be like, oh, hey cop, do you want some donuts? I think that might be like a negative connotation towards officers. Definitely don't want that. But yeah, super cool guys. Here we go. Ticker symbol Z. Okay, so ticker symbol Z as of right now, it is building a support. I feel like this pattern itself is a little bit more like, it is trying to show signs of a reversal. It's still struggling. I think this is like a perfect example of something that might need a little bit more time for it to consolidate. The MACD isn't there, the RSI isn't there. It's still catching traction and still trying to define the direction that it's moving. It just recently started to trend up, so I want to give it a little bit more time. I think that this one would be a great one to have under like the pending reversal watch list, which we do. I just don't think it's there yet. So yeah. Oh my goodness. And I was about to take a position. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, right? Dingleberry moments of Ricky Gutierrez. Do you think UWT can shoot up anymore? Well, I don't like that question. It looks like UWT, so this one pushed up because of that. No, wait. Did this thing already recover? Oh my goodness, it already recovered. I think personally, on the 180-day chart, this thing's showing signs of a downtrend pattern. I think it's pretty overbought. Not a good deal. Very easy to identify that. I think it can continue to push up, but I just don't think it has that good deal opportunity. So yeah, yeah. Hey, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, so hey, what would you recommend for someone that has less than $25,000 in an account 3 times a week? Yeah, so this is the same thing. We've covered this multiple times in the course. I'm taking a lot of positions, at least today, that I know I wouldn't if I was under the PDT rule. And the reason why was I would focus a little bit more still on day trades if you don't see any value on some swing trade potential. So obviously swing trades are going to be what I would solely focus on. Due to market volatility, it makes sense on why maybe some of you might not be so attracted to swing trading right now. 100% makes sense. So one thing that I would do is whatever day trades you take a position on, making sure that the opportunity cost and the margin of profit that it has to offer is worth it. So that's pretty much it, and I want to make sure that you guys understand that. So you just have to take that into consideration before taking your next position. GDS just making higher highs. There we go. Again, it's overextended. Ricky, take a breath. Make sure that we don't take a position. So here we go. JDST pushing up again. Played a little bit over 1% as of now. There we go, 78. So we should be seeing lows on JNUG. Pretty solid drop. And then let's check out /GC. /GC is starting to consolidate. I would keep a close eye on this. Do you see this? It's starting a flat line. It's done this before, and then it didn't. If it continues to make lower lows, then probably more in favor of /GC. But yeah, we're definitely seeing this to be a little bit more on the overextended side. I wonder. Let's see. Yeah, JDST is still showing signs of it being bullish. /GC is still selling off. So ticker symbol CY is showing signs of a potential reversal. It's potentially can get rejected by this SMA line, and overall EMA line is acting as a support as of right now. It just looks a little bit overextended with the MAC and the RSI based on current patterns. So, is Michael taking you?
No, I just got a number.
Oh my god.
He's asleep.
How much is it?
Don't worry about it. 313.
BABA just broke below above the middle VWAP. Here we go. This thing has been recovering all day. Watch out for this. So broke above that middle VWAP. Watch out for this SMA resistance. So that was acting as a support during pre-market hours. Pushed up, got rejected, and started showing signs of recovery. But we might see a rejection around this area right here. So pretty nice recovery, about 1%. Nothing crazy, right? So no huge missed opportunity there or anything like that. So I'm looking at JDST. This thing continues to make higher highs. You got to risk it to get the biscuit, and I think I'm gonna take a position on JNUG once. There we go. So we got that MACD. So I'm gonna go here, and then go here. Oh man, I'm too slow today. I'm way too slow today. Yeah. Yeah. Nope. I knew that it was catching a support, and I could see that it was going to cover a small little margin. But yeah, so let's be a little bit more patient. All right, let's focus on maybe an entry on JDST. So /GC, let's check this out, how this is doing. Nice little push up, slight little resistance there. Ricky, could you give your thoughts about Gush? It's going to be the same thing when I talked about like UWT and Gush and /CL. I think /CL is showing signs of a bearish pattern, so of a down pattern. It did show great signs of a recovery. I don't think it's going to last. And I talked about /CL, and that correlates to Gush. That correlates to UWT or DWT, whatever the descending ETF is as of right now. So. Yeah, well, I have a section in the course, and then I provide you a link that will also show you the series of ETFs and the inverse ETFs and stuff like that. So what's for breakfast, guys? I'm getting hungry. I know, I'm pretty hungry too. So I don't even know how many shares I'm going to be able to take of JDST. This thing's freaking expensive. My goodness. Wow. So again, I'm just trying to focus on whatever's trending up. So thank you guys again for reminding me on the descending pattern on JNUG. JNUG is showing signs of a downtrend pattern. That would have me kind of been forcing my entry for JDST. It makes sense. It's showing signs of an uptrend pattern. Why not just follow that? And yeah, so just trying to focus on this. It's making higher highs /CL, /GC. Again, a lot of consolidation happening right here. So that's something that, you know, I'm definitely going to keep a very close eye out on. But nothing too crazy. So here we go. Yeah, so it's showing signs of a downtrend pattern. We should see a nice little push on JDST, and then we'll set our series of alerts here. I'll have my order ready to sell just in case, so we can go like that, sell. That's something that I really like to do here. And then we can just go here to market price and follow up with it. So there we go, just made higher highs, up $72, up $162. There you go, brother.
I'll see you when you come back.
Oh, true. Yep, we'll see in a bit. Here we go. So it's definitely a little bit more on the overextended side. The spread of the bid and the ask is pretty aggressive. So, and there it goes, pulling back. I think I waited a little bit too long. Wasn't quick enough. My cousin Ishmael is heading back to California for 2 days, and then we're heading out to Europe. So just I was saying bye real quick. But yeah, it makes sense on why it's catching support right around this general area right here. Let's see if we get a push up. Yeah. So, okay, so someone's talking about BIDU. Let's see your plan. So BIDU is trying to show signs of an uptrend. I like the intraday pattern, so great job on that. Okay, it's almost showing signs of a peak formation. Do you see this? MACD, RSI, and pattern itself, peak formation. So I would set an alert, a little bit more confirmation of a bounce, and for this thing to start showing more signs of an uptrend. So I would be a little bit more patient for my entry on this. There goes JDST. Giving back all the goodies. But yeah. So DGAS as of right now is sitting at a pretty good price point as well. So that's pretty exciting. So congrats to all those that are still in DGAS. It bounced off that middle VWAP and started showing, wow, there we go. Nice little pop up. Natural gas getting rejected, DGAS shooting up. Makes sense. Whoa. What's going on, Caleb? What's up, brother? Solid. I would lock in profits right here. Congrats to all those in DGAS. Super jealous. Nice little pop up. So here we go. Yeah. Yeah, so Jimmy Lee saying I wouldn't scalp JNUG anymore for the day. As of right now, I would agree in the direction that it's heading. Descending pattern, higher, higher risk with, no higher reward or anything like that. It's just yeah, I 100% agree. So thank you again, Jimmy. So JDST is hitting the 180 EMA. I see that. Okay, so 180-day, 4-hour EMA. There it goes. Potentially getting rejected. 100% makes sense on why it would. Look at this. Look at the MACD. Wow. Is it showing signs of a potential reversal? That's exciting. 20-day, 1-hour overall support that it caught at $75. I'm definitely not going to force it, nor am I going to hold it because of that, but something interesting to maybe follow up with, right? That's also something that I want to kind of cover. Sometimes I feel like a lot of people, when looking at this, let's say I'm in JDST right now. How many of you guys have ever done this? And I think that we could all agree. So JDST, I'm up on my position, which is something that maybe some people, when they try to make this judgment, aren't actually experiencing. So let's say that I took a position on JDST at I don't know, over here a couple days ago at at $80, and it was showing signs of a descending pattern. I didn't cut losses, and then I see that it's overextended again. Understanding that it's overextended, it's showing signs of a potential downward pattern, right? And I think that's obvious for all of us. And one thing that we notice is that, okay, well, look at this MACD. It's starting to show signs of a potential reversal. And just because of that one indicator, we end up making the judgment of well, then in that case, I'm going to swing trade it. But you're down on your position and it's not going according to your plan. So it's not going according to your plan and you're down on your position, but you justify because of one indicator going according to plan or looking somewhat attractive. How many of you guys have ever done that? And then when you do this and then it ends up getting rejected, it breaks below the $75 support and continues to make lower lows. And every other pattern, every other indicator, the EMA line pointing down, every other RSI was giving you the understanding or the at least reference that, hey, JDST is at a critical point where it can potentially reverse. But it's also a lot, there's a lot more indication that it's telling you that it's descending. And the reason that I'm sharing this is because wouldn't it be, I just want to offer this option B, right? So instead of deciding on whether you should hold or not, right? Why not just at this point where it's starting to show signs of a potential reversal, that's great. It might start to reverse. That's 100% great. JDST might start to push up to, like, let's say to the moon, $100, right? That's great and all, but as of right now, it's at this critical point where the direction is not defined. Because as of right now, the direction is trending down. So what I can do is I can lock in profits, or I can cut losses, and I could revisit this when we have more confirmation. But why is it? Why is it that I haven't done that sometimes? Why is it that you haven't done that sometimes? Why is it that people cannot make sense of cutting losses, covering profits, and revisiting this when doesn't it make sense though? Like, okay, if I was a computer, if I was a little bit more systematic, right? Okay, it's showing signs of a downtrend. Everything's showing signs of a downtrend. It's showing signs of a potential reversal, but forget about that. I could revisit that later. I'm going to manage my risk, cut losses, or cover profits, and then revisit this when it starts trending up. And it's 100%. Easiest way to put it, it's because of emotions. We hope for the best. We hope that it starts to show signs of an uptrend. We hope that it recovers. And a lot of the times, it does not, right? So because you understand that a lot of the times it does not recover, because you understand that a lot of the times you make the mistake of, when you could have just locked in profits or cut losses right away, you would have been so much better off. But I feel like a lot of us sometimes try to overcomplicate it, don't follow our rules, and get too emotional. So forget about your position, how much you're up, how much you're down. Focus on the pattern and then make your judgment or your trade based off of that. I have seen in my eyes that when I'm so much less focused on how much I'm up, how much I'm down, and much more focused on, what it is that I'm trading and the quality of pattern, it makes more sense, right? And yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Corey, I can't. Oh man, you could crack me up, man. So Ricky can't come to the idea of cutting losses easily because nobody likes to know that you can accept loss style analysis. Yeah, honestly, emotions are the hardest part. I 100% agree that it's a huge obstacle that not even just like new traders, like I don't even want to say that new traders experience. I think it's something that like you'll have to work on for the rest of your life if you want to invest in the stock market, because we're always in different positions in our lives, and we're always in different emotional positions in our lives, and sometimes we might be a little bit more emotional than others. There's some days where you guys have seen me where having a $1,000 day, a $2,000 day is smooth as butter. Everything just works out according to plan. I'm super hyped. I just lock in profits. I'm super systematic. Then there's some days where I struggle to make $50 yesterday, right? Or not yesterday, the day before that, where I was just like, it's just so frustrated, and there's so many emotions. And at that position, I would probably be making many more mistakes because I'm so frustrated and I'm so much out of tune, right, with what it is that I should be doing. So just wanted to share that with you guys. As I'm trading, I wanted to share kind of like the mindset, both the pros and the cons that I've been able to experience and stuff like that. So I'll keep you guys up to date with my position on JDST, and I think I should just be fine. I feel like I'm up as of right now. I'm up very little, so nothing crazy. No, I'm actually even. It looks like it did pull back a little bit. I was up $160. Should have locked in profits. You guys all saw that. It pulled back. I could have gone back in again and made another, maybe $160 if it recovers. So we'll have to follow up with it and see how it goes. So I've read that after you understand the analytics psychology becomes a factor. I like that. Sweet, sweet. All right. Are we all good? So as of right now on the day, with my overall positions, so JDST just broke above that resistance. Nice. I'm up $555.69. I'll go ahead and I'll post this screenshot. It's the TOS app, right? So I'll post this screenshot on my on Instagram. So again, the link is down below if you guys don't follow me on Instagram. But I'll also post it in the profit section as of now. You guys can see that I'm going to have one open position. It's going to say 300 shares on JDST and stuff like that. So just note that that's still an active position. So in reality, what is it that I'm up? I'm up a little bit under $500 that I've locked in. Everything else is still an open position. So I think we're good, right? So I did see someone was talking about Dropbox. We were talking about that one earlier. I think Dropbox is very oversold. It's in that good deal range. I think I need to give it a little. I would day trade it. It makes sense on that. I would like to give it a little bit more time to identify the direction that it's going to be moving. We talked about this in yesterday's video, so if you guys did not check that out, feel free to go right on over here. And it's the #1 swing trade mistake. I really think that this video should do really good. I don't know if it will, but it's because of the principle and the topic that we cover here. And yeah, don't forget to watch the top August stocks video that I made at like midnight last night. So I do apologize for the really late upload. I uploaded 3 videos yesterday to make up for the 1 video on Tuesday. So I do apologize. We're going to be moving everything today from the old house to the new house and stuff like that. So it's going to be pretty busy. I'm not sure if I'm going to be as active with Discord messages. So if you guys could just be a little bit patient, and I'll let you guys know. You guys should be able to see when I'm on Discord. Just give me some time I have a bunch of messages that I have to catch up on, and yeah, we have a couple meetings in just a little bit. So yeah. All right, so that's pretty much it. Thank you guys again so much for your time. I hope you guys all enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, and we'll see you guys in just a little bit. Thank you guys again. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Take it easy, team.